Hello, everyone. Welcome to TSAM Digital. My name is Anna, and today I have the pleasure of speaking with Robert Slater, the CEO of Cognitive Credit. Welcome, Robert.
Hi, Anna. How are you?
Very well, thank you, Robert. Thanks for being here. So today, before we get started, Robert, I was wondering if you can tell us a few words about yourself, about your work, and about your company.
Yeah, sure. So, Rob Slater, as you said, I'm the CEO and founder of Cognitive Credit. We set up Cognitive Credit almost 5 years ago to develop enterprise software that's custom designed for corporate credit investors. I have a long career in global credit markets. I was a financial analyst in multiple places around the globe at Citigroup for over 10 years, and more recently worked as a professional investor at a multi-billion-dollar family office. And in that capacity, got increasingly focused on how the lack of innovation in credit markets was really harming professional investors' capacity to do as well as possible. And so got really motivated to pursue that, as you said, set up this company a little under 5 years ago, and we've been at it ever since.
Brilliant. And Robert, would you like to tell us a little bit more about the background story to Cognitive Credit? Why did you start the company, and for how long have you been operating?
Sure. So Cognitive Credit really is this classic enterprise software story where professionals who do a certain job get a sense over time that they could do that job better if they had technology that was tailored to how they operate. And so, as I said in my previous capacity, I did a lot of cross asset class investing, got exposure to how other asset classes were evolving because of technological innovation, and felt that we in credit weren't getting similar benefits. And there's a variety of reasons why credit markets have trailed other asset classes like equity, FX, rates in terms of innovation, but really felt that there was a lot that could be done in that regard, and got so motivated that I decided to pursue this. We have been building our tech for almost 5 years. But in terms of the product we offer to investors, we're about 18 months into selling this. So this is our sixth quarter selling our European high yield bond product, and we're 2 quarters in selling our US high yield product.
That's really fascinating. And to kind of dig a little bit deeper, as a credit professional that has worked in the industry for many years, can you give us an overview of how credit markets have evolved in the past decade, and what are the main challenges in the institutional credit markets today?
Yeah, so this is a really good question. This gets to the heart of why we set up this company, why we're able to offer so much value to our clients. Over the past 10 years, global credit markets have grown threefold, and in certain cases, even larger than that. And there's macroeconomic drivers for that. There's market structure drivers. But the fact of the matter is, almost any individual investor has not been able to grow their analytical resources commensurate with the market growth. All right. So relative to the size of the opportunity, or what the overall investment universe, most investment teams are struggling to keep up, and that's a real challenge. The second point is, in a historically low interest rate environment, but also a market that is facing increasing regulatory costs and oversight, professional investors face fee pressures, and the business models have to evolve. There's much more focus on costs and trying to be as efficient as possible. And then lastly, partly because of the rates backdrop, partly just because of how the market has evolved, it's possible you could say corporate credit markets have never been more competitive. So huge demand, lots of different new entrants moving into credit markets in recent years, expanding their own mandates. And so there's a constant pressure for new idea generation and trying to maintain an edge for almost everyone who participates in the market.
And given what you just explained to us, can you tell us, how can technology help market participants?
Yeah, so this is really the point I was making a few minutes ago. If you look at how other asset classes have evolved in the past decade, there's been a tremendous amount of change because of either technological innovation or investors making use of specific analytics that are geared towards the work that they need to do. And this is where corporate credit markets have really fallen behind. But if you look at how other investment markets have evolved, it's really the combination of the experienced human brain paired with data, analytics, enterprise productivity software that combined is the winning solution going forward to make sure that an investor has the best competitive positioning possible. And that's going to be no different for corporate credit. It's starting to happen as we speak. Cognitive credit really aspires to drive that change. But this is something that's just going to continue, right? There's no stopping this general trend in global markets.
So I understand many different types of firms currently use cognitive credit. Can you give us an overview of what types of clients you have?
Yeah, well, we're really proud of the different clients we work with. Our product was really designed to provide lots of value to anyone who has a mandate to analyze issuers of corporate debt, right? And that's a pretty broad spectrum. So just to give some examples, certainly we work with the vast majority of the global investment banks. On the sell side, that could be trading desks, it could be syndicate teams, it could be leveraged finance bankers, it could be research analysts. And then on the buy side, we count among the largest asset managers as our clients with AUM over $15 trillion. In the alternative investment space, credit hedge funds, distress specialists, private equity firms, CLOs. On the advisory side, legal advisors, financial advisors. It's a pretty diversified mix. We're really fortunate to get to count kind of the who's who of global credit as our clients today.
And data integrity is essential for a business like yours. How do you ensure you are able to deliver best-in-class data as you describe it?
Yeah, maybe I missed that a little bit at the beginning, but just to summarize, as a technology business, Cognitive Credit does two things. So we build analytics software that's custom designed for credit investors. But from day one of our company, we have developed proprietary machine reading technology. And this is the source of all of the fundamental data in our application. So we are able to ingest in a fast, highly accurate, scalable, but reproducible way PDF financial reports, company presentations, bond prospectuses, identify, extract, and enrich all of the data in that financial disclosure that otherwise human financial analysts would be manually processing. And so it's the elimination of that manual repetitive work where we are able to organize all of that data and present it to our clients in detailed models that replicate an environment that they're accustomed to working in, that really provides a lot of the value proposition, allows them to collapse their time, ramp up much more quickly on new credits, not have to spend so much time updating models for quarterly financial reports that come out. But all of that data, for us, data integrity is everything. We understand that we can't ask our clients to delegate that work to us unless they can 100% trust and rely on that data. So from day one, building a system where we were absolutely certain we could develop best-in-class data has really been kind of the foundational principle of our company. We have been working on this technology, as I said, for almost 5 years. With millions and millions of dollars of investment in this. We get absolutely great results today, great feedback from our clients. But just to explain, there's in our own internal processes, there's many layers of quality control to make sure this data is as accurate as possible. A very long list of algorithmic validation steps that we subject our data to once it goes through this machine reading process, as I described. And then as a last step, we have a team of qualified financial analysts who review all of our data before we release it to clients, just as a final check on quality. So it's many layers of controls, understanding that data integrity is vital for the value proposition we deliver to our clients.
And could you provide some examples for how cognitive credit helps credit professionals overcome their current business challenges? What benefits does a professional investor derive from using your application?
Yeah, so most commonly when we speak to our clients, we hear three recurring challenges. So one is that they are missing opportunities in the market because they're not able to cover all of the situations out there. As I said a few minutes ago, the market has grown dramatically over the past 10 years. And it's hard to find a team that's sufficiently staffed to be able to comprehensively evaluate every situation. So there's a real sense of either responding too slowly or just outright missing opportunities. Okay, so we're able to give our clients full coverage of the market, not just detailed models, but comprehensive coverage so that they can move much more quickly and be able to be involved in situations that otherwise they might have missed. The second problem we always hear about is access to information, and that's both a question of speed, but also reliability. And as we were talking about a few minutes ago, we are all about speed and reliability. So when new companies issue financial results, all of our models are updated within minutes. Our clients get email notifications to be aware of when new financial information is released. And as we said a few minutes ago, our data is really second to none. So then the last point we often hear about from clients is just this constant need for new idea generation. And really that's what the cognitive credit application is all about. We are able to provide cross-market data and analytical functionality that lets you slice and dice the entire market's data, answer any number of questions, whether it be sorting and filtering fundamental data, market data, comparing and contrasting to do relative value analysis, trade idea generation. This is really kind of at the forefront of what our application is all about. So to be able to facilitate our clients being as productive, as insightful as possible, this is the combined value proposition that cognitive credit seeks to deliver.
And how do you build trust with your clients? Can you give us some examples of the types of product feedback you receive?
Yeah, so feedback from clients, we live for this, and every time we get to have a conversation with our clients, it's really special to hear the great things they say. In corporate credit markets, to the extent there hasn't been a lot of innovation in the past decade, more often than not, clients are surprised by the quality of cognitive credit. So we have been able to build an extremely intuitive, attractive, responsive, modern web application using the latest, greatest technology of the past couple of years. And it really doesn't compare to anything else that they have access to. We're often told at how impressed our clients are by the quality of our data, the speed of the updates, but also the responsiveness of the company. We really define our development pipeline based on feedback from clients, feature requests, and it really is a partnership with every one of our clients today to understand how we can continue innovating and make the product as valuable as possible for them based on how they as an institution work. So, we have had clients describe what we do as revolutionary, far better than anything they've ever seen in the past. And I'd say probably the word we hear most often is some variation of impressed, impressive, and like I said, not just for me, but for the whole team. We absolutely love every conversation we get with our clients.
That sounds really brilliant. And I'm really happy to hear this kind of feedback. I also was wondering, how do you see your product evolving in the future?
Yep. So as I said, product feedback from clients is really what determines how we reinvest in the product. There's a couple themes that constantly come out. We want to be leveraging our machine reading technology to expand into other credit markets. So absolutely, we will be growing our overall data set, and that's as fast as possible. It's just a continual pipeline generating additional data to be able to support credit investors in different subsectors of global credit. Customization is a big theme. So clients, of course, really value what we have today, but to the extent you can let them view a broad set of data specifically tailored to how they wish to consume it or view it, that's a big theme. And Cognitive Credit will continue to evolve by incorporating additional productivity tools, additional analytical features that clients request from us. So probably getting any more specific is beyond the scope of this call, but it's a combination of continue to expand the different elements of the product, grow the data set that's provided in the product, and then allow customization across that data.
Thank you so much, Robert, for all your insights today that you shared with us. Before we conclude, is there anything else you'd like to mention about the company?
Well, listen, it's a very nice conversation. I think the only thing I would say is whenever we have a forum like this, it's a big team. We've been at it for a long time. We have an absolutely amazing group, and everyone's been working very hard for a very long time. So I always just like to take the opportunity to give them all of the credit. Cognitive Credit really is a result of our full team's effort, working very hard for many years now. So huge thank you to them. And then also, of course, huge thank you to all of our clients, right? We wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't be able to have a conversation like this about a great product, great feedback, et cetera, without the support of all of our clients. We really do view each one of these as a very valuable partnership that will continue to grow over time. So huge thank you to the team, huge thank you to all of our clients who support us. And we couldn't be more excited about the future, to be honest.
Thank you so much, Robert, for sharing your time with us today. I think it's also great to mention that everyone can see you and meet you in person at TSAM London on the 16th of June. So I really look forward to everyone kind of getting to know you better then.
And I guess, Anna, the last thing to say is, if anyone watches this video isn't that familiar with Cognitive Credit, of course, you can go to our website, which is www.cognitivecredit.com. And then if you'd like to learn more about the product and have a conversation, probably the best way to do that is email us at sales@cognitivecredit.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Robert.
Thank you, Anna. Have a great day.